You're listening to the Claret and Big Blue podcast on the Pass the Gravy podcast network.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's
And we are live. We'll do it live. Welcome everyone to Claret and Big Blue, probably the only podcast on the internet dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. That's right, football and football. All's for everyone's tastes. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the man who, doesn't matter what day it is, it's always the 60th to him. It's Alex Middleton. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, buddy?
Loving the tie-dye.
Thanks. I'm rapping my boys Lucid Illusions that we just played you in with right there. Yeah. On brand, I thought. It was a little cross pro right there. Shout out Lucid Illusions. Go check them out wherever you're listening to music. They're dope.
Do you know what my favorite Lucid Illusions song is?
Your favorite Lucid Illusions song?
It's the Claret and Big Blue podcast theme song. It's their best on. It's their best hit. It's their best hit. They should start playing it live at shows.
Probably my favorite. Sweet Thing's probably my favorite. It's a good one. A little ballad. I like it.
Well, yeah, no. Everyone, they got. Has it got some guitar solo action? Is it some GNR ballad stuff?
Yeah, no. You just go listen. And make your own opinion, Mike.
Maybe
everyone else.
I'm trying to get you to promote it by describing it to our fantastic
Lucid Illusions. It's Lucid and their illusions from Liverpool.
Are they real? Are they not?
They're not.
John, bingo. Let's sing a tune about a yellow submarine. Bless him. How you been, buddy?
I've been better. Like, do you want to just... Can we just... Like, we didn't talk about this before, but, like, can we just talk about West Ham instead? Like, what if we only talk about West Ham? Because the Giants are just not... Like, it's an eternal sadness every time you think about that team right now.
It's pretty depressing.
I've talked about them, like, I feel like so much this week, and it's just... It's Tuesday. And it's just like it's my own personal hell is the New York Giants right now. And it was like everything we had that was happiness last year. Like, remember how stoked we were this time last year? We were like, fucking let's go. Look at us turning things around. New coach. Danny's figuring it out. What is this defense? Now we're at the top. Is Danny
Are we going to win the Super Bowl?
Does this coaching staff have it? Are we going to do anything? Like, are we ever going to win again? Like, now it's just that I wish we were. Take me back.
Oh no! We suck again.
Very true.
Well, this is definitely gonna be a West Ham heavy episode.
Yeah. Okay.
But you have had the opportunity to vent. Give a shout out to the Giants Rush podcast that Alex appeared on last night. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it. If you want, if you're glutton for punishment, if you want to hear Giants fans be depressed for like an hour or so. But one thing I did notice is that we haven't scored on.
Please, camera abuse Elgato virtual camera. Did you see what happened there? Did you get hacked?
Am I back?
Is it Russia? Is Russian hackers? Is that what happened there? What was that?
I don't know, but something happened with my camera. I did the thumbs up, and it started doing some weird. Look, what the fuck is going on?
Does it just react that way to thumbs ups?
Apparently, I don't know if it was my camera. Now my camera's fucked again because now
I do it. Does it?
Let me.
Thumbs up. No, it doesn't do it on my end.
Maybe it's something to do with my camera. I'm gonna have to go into the settings after the show.
It did it. That's a wild.
Did it. Yeah, so I thought it was a Zoom thing because it happened on Wafflebox when we recorded it last night.
You did a thumbs up, and it was just like, whoop.
Yeah, it scared the fucking shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like,
That is
because
a really
and then
weird feature.
I was freaking the fuck out. And so then after I went off on it for about 2 minutes, because then I was just kept trying to do it because you have to do that. I was like, oh, fuck, if this doesn't actually appear,
I'm the same way.
If this is just appearing for me and it's not on the recording version, then it's going to be really fucking weird. But
that would also be hilarious. That also they would just think you're insane. Like Mike the thumbs in the room with you.
So how much has he been drinking before he started recording? But
why would you make that thing though? Like, whatever you do, we're just gonna mimic it, but in a little emoji form, and then that's it. Like if you smile,
and it only happens when. But it only happens if I give a thumbs up. But I don't need your help showing that I'm giving a thumbs up. People can see me giving the thumbs up.
Yeah, why is that the trigger? That's like, wouldn't it be? What about thumbs up? What about thumbs up? Like, okay. Like, why not wink?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now I'm scared to put my hands on the screen.
Yeah,
in case it just starts jazz hands in or something.
You could just please keep your hands below.
I'll keep them in my
below
pockets.
where we can
keep them in
my just in case. Keep them in your pockets. You're gonna have to start wearing handcuffs when you do this show. It would not be great if you were an attack.
That's Claret and McBoo late night. Let me get the handcuffs out. But yeah, we haven't scored an offensive touchdown since September 21st. That's a fun fact. Which is
I don't like that fact. It's not a fun fact. It's an unfun fact. It's a very fun. We did have a touchdown, and you're like, oh wait, no, it was defensive. Like it is hard to remember that time because you were so beat down. You're like, well, I mean, it was sick. It was a 102-yard pick six.
It was
for a second that we were like,
thing to watch.
We might not get blown out. And then we just didn't do that. Yeah, it triggered Bobby for Alex O.
But then the next thing I noticed was that while you was watching the game, because obviously now you watch the Giants game sober, you don't drink during the Giants games anymore. That's your thing. I did that.
What's the bar?
All right, so maybe your reaction is very different.
Like, I'm at a bar.
Behave
more in front of other people. Right, you don't want to be that guy. So like, I'm good at making. It's like when I'm by myself and I start yelling if it's just me alone. I'm not going to be the psychopath at the bar. Usually,
no, yeah, who's like sitting in the corner watching sports, drinking water.
I was Rice, the Rice Buffalo Wild Wings here in town. I was no longer permitted in that establishment. I mean, I've never been back since, but I don't think they would stop me now. I did flip one of those little bar tables when Deshaun Jackson dropped the punt and then ran it back, and they did a miracle at New Meadowlands. That was pretty bad. But other than that, I'm pretty good at bars about just not losing it.
That's good.
I like to go back to a lot of bars. You don't get to go back if you keep doing that.
Did you apologize? Or did you just?
No, I just laughed.
Fair enough. It's almost like you're a British soccer fan in overseas. I'm very proud of you, really. Just if it doesn't go well, flip some tables
at the same time.
But how was you feeling enjoying this game? Because I was at one point, I was just like I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated, but I just don't. I'm just losing my emotions now. It's like, I don't care. Oh, there we go. We're losing it again. Fuck's sake. Because
you feel pain, and then you just go to that place where you feel nothing, and then after the fourth game out of 5 that you've gotten blown out, and really it's all but 2 quarters you've been blown out. It's just like that's all that you start feeling. You're just feeling only numbness at this point, and it's like then you just become like accepting of it, and that's the worst part where you're like, I don't want to accept this team as a loser team, and it feels like we're a loser team again right now, and I hate that. And we felt like a winner team, and we got so excited this offseason that we were building on something. Had stepped in the right place, and it just didn't work.
No, and I don't see it. Right? Okay, so let's do one serious topic of discussion, because I did put it in the thumbnail, so I feel like I'm obligated to bring it up now. Right? So obviously, lots of people have lots of things to say And they're like, oh, well, this is all Daniel Jones's fault, or it's the offensive line, or it's special teams, or it's this, it's that, it's this and that. And even Mr. Consistent, Graham Gano, missed a fucking field goal, which that made me hurt inside. But let's just focus for a second before we move on to West Ham to happier times. The offensive line. Now,
more
if
offensive than offensive, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. But if you've been paying attention to the New York Giants for the last several years, one consistent is that pretty much the offensive line sucks. It sucked for a long time, right?
Yeah.
At what point? Because now we were feeling confident, feeling good, but take one player, Andrew Thomas, out, and we're fucked. So here's my question to you, Mr. Middleton. At what point, I'm not saying it's now, but at what point do we start turning around from the field of play to the nice luxury boxes and going, Joey boy, do you kind of suck at draft picks? Like, why is this still an issue? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know that the headline is he's on the hot seat. At a certain point, you're going to. I don't think year 2 is that move. Now, I think Dable, you have to ask that question. I also think we can't blow it up this year, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's yet.
Because like Joe Judge, we can't do that again. We can't be the team that just fires coaches every other year. We can't.
Because this goes back to
I will riot.
What was his name? Fucking Slickback. Who's that? Yeah, where he had one good season, then one bad season, and we got rid of him. Now I'm not upset that we got rid of him.
Eli. That's why we got rid of him.
Yeah.
It was like, fuck you, dude. What are you doing? You benched Eli for Geno Smith, which actually doesn't look terrible now, but like still. Then.
So yeah, we had one really good season, and we pat everyone on the back, and Brian Dable won Coach of the Year. So yeah, I would be disappointed if we blew it all up again straight away.
Can't fire Coach of the Year.
But all of a sudden, next year's off season suddenly means way more. I feel.
That's exactly what it does. You ramp it up where you're like, all right, like maybe your seat was hot, but now it's fucking flaming hot. And I think like a GM gets a little bit longer because the coach takes more of the blame in a lot of these situations. I also think that I do believe in Shane and Dale still. I think things did go their way this year. I think that a lot of stuff is bad. I'm not saying it's not their fault. But I think that they can right this ship, and maybe not this season. Doesn't look like it's going to be this season. But what they did was they tried to Band-Aid the entire offensive line, and you can Band-Aid one or two positions. Like they were like, Andrew Thomas, Evan Neal's absolutely going to work out. That can't backfire on us at all. And then we drafted this rookie, and rookies are always healthy 100% of the time, and they never struggle. And I think John Michael Schmitz is the future at center for us. I do. I really think he's going to be good. But I think Evan might not be at right tackle. Maybe we move him to guard. Maybe we move him around. Maybe he's just not for us. He just doesn't really look like he knows what he's doing. But you can ban 3 of the 5 offensive positions. You can't Band-Aid those. And I think that this offseason, what we would do, we would just go hardcore for just an offensive line. I'd like to believe that going into his 3rd year as GM, that Joe Schoen and Dabes would be like, hey, let's just fucking get a bunch of offensive linemen. Let's bring him in. Let's find somebody that works. But you can Band-Aid, if you got a struggling guard or you got something like that, you can Band-Aid that one position. You can Band-Aid maybe 2 if you're lucky on an offensive line. But the Giants are trying to Band-Aid 4 offensive linemen, really 3 if you're trying to say okay, well, let's go with the rookie. He's the future. But JMS is going to struggle this year. You already knew that. The other 3 positions, relying on Neal, yeah, that was wishful thinking. I understand. I get why you would do that, but to just not have any depth, we're playing practice squad guys right now. And that's the hardest part about the offensive line, where it's just this is the same thing we've already seen. We're averaging six times being sacked a game. It's sacked 7 times on Sunday. Daniel Jones finally got murdered. They murdered Daniel Jones finally. If that was what they were trying to accomplish, they succeeded.
It was good. It was a ticking time bomb. But another thing that pissed me off, say the coaches come under fire. When we was at 4th and 1, and they thought, yeah, you remember that play that we tried the other week and it failed and we injured 2 players during the play. Let's try that again. I couldn't believe when they were lining up for us. Oh,
they got time.
They did, but still, it's
at least they got it.
I guess, but it's
progress. Little things. So you got to doing some things right before you can do all the things right, and they've been doing all the things pretty bad. If being bad was good, we would be the best. So far,
Alex on YouTube. If the Giants score a bunch of pick six on defense, they can turn this around. Yep, they can turn this ship right around.
I love that strategy. Yeah. Just pick six every time, guys. Just do every pass. Just pick it off and run it back. Just do it. I'm down for that. That'd be awesome.
I mean, that would be a great coach.
That is a real strategy. I would be behind if we could find a way to do that. Do more pick sixes.
Do that.
It's like do the Jalen Hyatt play on offense. Do the Jalen Hyatt play. Run Jalen Hyatt deep. Don't quarterback. Give him a couple seconds to throw it, and then just beat everybody with Jalen Hyatt's legs. Just do that, and then on defense, just do the pick six play. We'll score like 1,000,000 points a game. I don't know why they don't listen to us. That's a point. That's 6 points a drive at least, assuming you make the extra point. We get Graham Gano.
And then they made me look stupid because I'd warned the Dolphins that, hey, this Sunday we're playing football, not water polo. And apparently we were playing water polo because they did very well. Those fucking smart Dolphins.
Crushed us. They are mammals. I don't know if they can do well on the land, but I don't know. They fucked us up.
But yeah. No, I was happy to go along the ride with the Joe Schoen train. As long as we just keep trucking forward. I'm excited to see where we go over the next few years. But now all of a sudden, I'm like, you need to fix this shit this offseason. Like I say, get a bunch of big fuckers. Just clone Andrew Thomas 4 times, 5 times, so we can get some backups just in case. There we go. So what we learned, New York Giants, if you're watching, because I know Joe Schoen, big fan of the show.
Mm-hmm.
More pick sixes and clone Andrew Thomas somehow.
And do the Jalen Hyatt play more.
Yeah. Just make it. Switch D-line with the O-line.
Again, seems crazy, but not the worst. At this point, I'm kind of down for any of that. I was saying on New York Giants last night, I was like, if we wanted to go full Invincible style where they sucked, so Dick Vermeil was like, look, you think you can fucking play receiver? Show up and try out for the team. I would be down to just have people show up in the parking lot of MetLife and try out.
And UK are not still undefeated.
They got rolled on Saturday. Did you watch that one? That was bad.
What a weekend. What a weekend. Still, soccer. We did well with soccer.
Yeah.
West Ham. Let's talk about West Ham. Let's turn those frowns upside down. SC Freiburg on Thursday, Europa League. What are we now? 17 games undefeated in Europe. The only English side to go 17 games undefeated in Europe. I think Man City did 16, apparently. But West Ham, boom.
17.
And not to blow my own trumpet. If I could, I would, and I'd set it on OnlyFans. But the LMO stat comes back again.
Yeah.
Freiburg, LMNO score 11.2, West Ham 8.8. It was destined to happen. So we win. We win again. And I'm glad that it went the way that we predicted. We didn't predict anything. We told them to. We advised and they listened to us. We went for a pretty strong team. And other than, the first 10, 15 minutes of the second half, where they looked a little bit dangerous, rest of the time, all West Ham, baby. All West Ham.
I mean, they got the goal. Yeah, they got that goal kind of made us a little bit nervous. But then we dominated that entire first half. I felt like we could have had a couple more. Their goalkeeper was pretty good. So hats off to him. But yeah, that's honestly, those are what shows you if you're a good team or not. And I think that I really love about this West Ham team that I hate about the Giants team, where it's like they get down and they just kind of give up. I feel like West Ham, they're in it. And when you can play against a team like a Freiburg that you should beat, and you don't have your best stuff, but you can still find a way to like grind it out and get a win, like that shows that you're a good team. All wins are good wins.
And I'm going to shock you right now. I'm going to shock you with this opinion. But you know what? That Lucas Paqueta guy is pretty good. That goal that he scored against Reebok. Woo!
Good.
Pretty good. And he did that shit again where someone like lobs him the ball and he's like, I'm going to control this. Should I control it with my right foot? No, I'm going to do this weird back behind my other leg type shit and control it and carry on. Fuck me, he's good. He's so good.
Yeah, he's pretty great. Pretty great. He scored, I believe, for us in that one. That was pretty sick. But yeah, we just
header from like 10, 12 yards out. Boom.
That's pretty awesome. But having just like the depth this season again is so awesome. Looking at like Agbana and Zuma on the bench that were available at one point in time.
Did you see when
Obama finally got some time? He got time.
Who was it? Who's it that got? Who's it that? But who's it in the? Which centre back got? Oh, it was when Dino got nearly knocked out when Alvarez headbutted him by accident, and it was almost like the commentator was just like used to West Ham having no depth because he was like, oh, if he goes off, oh, who they? Oh, they've got Kurt Zuma. Oh, they've got Agbana. Oh no, they'll be right. It was just like this moment of like, oh, they'll be fucked. Oh, actually, wait, no. Oh no, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
It does take a second to get used to that, where you're like, you know what? I hope nobody goes down. But like, okay, we could use Kudus for instead of like, all right, Kudus better fucking start every single game, Europa, all of the leagues. He better be starting all of them because we need him. It's nice to be like, we can give you some rest, or we can put you on the bench and start you off the bench there a little bit, warm you up to this lineup and stuff like that.
But I mean, we'll get into with our star boy Mohammed Kudus, his performance against Newcastle. But yes, I believe that he is already ready to be promoted from our cup squad to our league squad. But where, Mr. Middleton, would you start him? Would you start him in replacing? Because obviously we've got like Bowen, Paqueta, and James Ward-Prowse,
right,
in front of Souček and Alvarez. Who do you replace out of that to put Kudus in, or do you go fuck it, let's go nuts and take Antonio out and start him up front, or maybe Bowen up front and him? It's so weird to have this concern. Like, right. Oh my god, we have too many good players.
I would just I feel like Kudus as a striker would be so sick. Like he would score 1 million goals, right? Like I love Antonio.
Having like James Ward-Prowse, Bowen, and Paqueta all giving him like deliveries and shit.
Just feeding him. Like he would be sick. And then if he gets tired, then you sub in Antonio. And Antonio, again, I think Antonio is the best off the bench. Antonio comes in, he's a fucking bull, and he just runs 20 minutes in. If you want to, give him 70 minutes, and then like let Kudus go, oh hey, appreciate you, bro. And then you can also fade him back and move him around if you need to sub out somebody later on. Like you can, like he works around. Like I like guys that can play multiple positions, and if you can put him up front, like I don't think it'll happen because that's not really Moyes.
No,
but that is the dream. And I could also see like Bowen up front would be great too.
He would, but yeah, I feel like a broken record, skipping, saying the same thing. But I remember we were saying the same thing last season and the season before. What we need is someone that can play up front with a bit of skill, a bit of flair, and then have Antonio come in with like 20, 25 minutes to go when the defense are tired and suddenly they just have this ball in a china shop running at them,
dude,
scaring the fuck out of them. That's what he needs to be. And I know it sucks for him because I'm sure he wants to start every game, but play to your power, play to your strength.
I agree. And I mean, why would you like? It just seems like it makes too much sense. And maybe he knows more than us. He probably does. He's the manager. But like, Kudus is so good. Don't you want him on the field as much as you can have him on the field?
I mean, how long was he on the field when he took that ball against Newcastle and just from Sufal, I think it was, and then just one touch, boom, from outside the box, slide it in.
Pretty sick.
Oh, sweet. Oh,
Pretty sick.
But yeah, and then just generally, just like I said, the improvements overall like, against the Newcastle game, the old habits came back where we went up 1-0 after 8 minutes with a fantastic goal. Souček, we've been saying it again and again. The old Souček is back. Bye-bye, Rice. Here comes Souček. He's back.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like, oh shit, we've scored too early. Now we're gonna go back. We're gonna retreat. We're gonna hide. And then they did score, and they scored again very quickly. And I was like, oh, fuck, this is it. They're gonna score another one. It's gonna be 3-1. And I'm gonna be all pissed off. But then, nope. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep fucking going.
I mean, also the refs definitely were getting paid. They were getting paid so much money I guess at halftime, because it was very notable in the entire second half. It was like, oh, what are we doing here? And then they gave him 8 minutes? Was it 6 minutes they gave him of stoppage time? I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we had about 6 minutes.
6 was the official time, but I think it went.
And then they gave him 2 more minutes after that. It was like, no, we'll let him score, but no West Ham. I don't know how they didn't get double yellowed. There should have been a double yellow at least. Thought you were getting yellow cards for absolutely exactly what they were doing and not getting anything called on them for. And it was a very one-sided officiated half, that second half. Almost like somebody was like, hey, we fucking bet on West Ham, better fucking let West Ham lose. And then West Ham was like, fuck you. Kudus said, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to score a fucking goal and you can go suck my dick. And then they did. So Kudus is the man.
The referees, I see so many pundits that get paid a lot of money to talk bollocks. Doing I think it was the right thing. You got to let the game flow. You'd have ruined the game if you gave him a second yellow card. So I think the referee made the right decision. So no, no matter whether he's on a yellow card or not already,
if he did
yellow card thing, he deserves a second yellow card. Because I didn't suddenly hear those same people going, oh, well, when Alvarez got, was it Alvarez? They got 2 yellows.
He got another yellow, but I think that means is he out or is it Emerson?
No, did we not get a player sent off this year? Or am I just making things up?
We didn't get somebody sent off. We almost did.
Oh, and then they took Alvarez off because it was looking like this referee's going to fucking send him off. But maybe whatever. Maybe that whole point I just made is nonsense now. But whatever.
No,
still, I just don't agree with the fact that
what you're saying. And they had an offside goal. One of their goals was offside. And they showed the replay. We saw it with our eyes on the television that he was offside. How does how does a group of dudes in a VAR room not watch that and be like, hey, pretty sure he's like a foot offside when they made that pass that he assists off of? And no, nothing. Absolutely nothing. The guy that scored wasn't offside. The guy that passed in the ball was offside. It's an offside right there. I don't care if it wasn't the goal scorer. If it was offside from where the pass was, it's an offside. Get an offside pass.
As the Liverpool-Tottenham situation proved, apparently the VAR people aren't watching the game. They have no fucking idea what's going on. It's like,
it's apparent. It's apparent, and we're just used to it more. But it was like, of course, oh, wow, we just noticed that didn't happen there. And you can always tell when they're going to fuck you because they always do the line when it's going to be real. It's always the line. It's like, see, right here's the line. This is offside. He's clearly past that, or he's clearly not past that. Didn't even look at the line. I didn't even see a fucking line. But he was that far offside. I could tell.
It's a sad state of affairs.
Fix was in. That's all I'm saying.
Alex. Oh, Astros up 6-1. Mike is rooting for Houston in the playoffs. Am I fuck? I hope they die. Figuratively.
Whoa.
Figuratively.
Whoa.
Obviously.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm not even. Are you even paying? I mean, I guess you're the sports guy on the radio station, so yeah, I guess you have to pay attention.
Before this, I want Houston to win just because I don't want Dallas to win, and fuck Dallas. So like,
wait, where are we?
My enemy is my friend.
Where are
We're
we
in the ALDS? So like, when they go to the ALCS, NLCS, and then the World Series.
So who we got left? We got
the Astros, the Twins, the Rangers, and who won the other series? Orioles, yeah. And Rangers are winning that series. And then the Braves and Phillies and the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers.
See, the Phillies and the Braves is a very torn one. I guess fuck Philly.
Fuck Philly.
When in doubt, fuck Philly.
Fuck Philly. Anything Philly, anything Dallas can fuck off. Go Braves. And go whoever fucking Rangers are playing. I forget. Or let's go Orioles. Go Baltimore.
Go Baltimore.
Go
big Wires fan.
Big Baltimore fan. Cal Ripken and Crawfish.
Do you know who I'm rooting for? I'm gonna root for the Arizona Diamondbacks, just because whenever they talk about them on the radio, they always call them D-backs, and for some reason that makes me laugh.
Yeah,
D-backs.
It's cool. And like they have turquoise as one of their colors, which is kind of cool. They have really terrible jerseys though. You should get like you should be really into not even watch them, but like just get a bunch of like Diamondbacks stuff. And like just wear like just people like this guy's like the biggest Arizona Diamondbacks fan I've ever seen. Because like I've never met a Diamondbacks fan ever in my life.
They must exist. You imagine, right?
I'm sure they do in Arizona, but like they don't really know anybody.
Yeah, it's not like
I'm a Diamondbacks fan.
Like no matter where you go, you're gonna see Yankees fans and things like that. But yeah, no one's choosing Arizona unless they live in Arizona. Where's the store? Shop.
Dude, just get a sick D-backs hat, because like when the Giants are bad, then you can just wear your Diamondbacks hat and be like they made the playoffs, whatever. Oh, and like nobody's gonna say you're an End fan because like they're the fucking Diamondbacks.
They're baseball cap.
They got some pretty fire fit, dude.
White baseball cap, the purple beak thingy, and then the greeny turquoise.
Okay, now you got me going to do this. A bad habit of doing this on Passy Gravy, and then me and Pat will just shop for like 10 minutes. And that was Alex and Pat shopping. Go look with us, everybody.
Do they still do the home shopping network or something? Is that still a thing?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it's got to be, right?
That would be a fun like hour, just you and Pat. Just talking about
that would be pretty sick. Like just a podcast host, doing it. Dude, get the one. Oh, I don't know. There's so many good ones. Which one would you go with? You would go with the purple one, or would you go with like the black one and like the newer looking one?
Oh, I think if I went for the baseball, the white one with the purple rim.
Like
this is like World Series 2001.
They beat the Yankees in that. I don't like that. They basically like rubbed salt in the wound of 9/11, pretty much. Like George Bush threw out the best first pitch ever after. Like he had a Yankees hat that said FD before the Yankees logo, and it said PD after it because it was 9/11 happened. He threw the fucking best first pitch any president's ever thrown, probably any person ever in the history of people. And then the Yankees proceeded to like blow it in 7 games, and Luis Gonzalez had a walk. Like I remember. I didn't cry. I cried when the Giants lost the Super Bowl. I did not cry when the Yankees lost the World Series because they had also won like 4 in a row before that. So it was kind of like, what? We just don't win it every year? I was very spoiled as a baseball fan as a kid. You're just like, oh, this is odd. Like my team's just going to fucking win all the time. Like 4 years in a row. You just think that that's it.
This is the rest of my life now.
It's hard you can't explain to a young man like myself that if your team's won it 4 years, like Alex, they don't win it every year. Like this isn't just how baseball is. I'm like, it is. You sure it is. That's how I thought women's college basketball was. I was like, UConn just wins it every year. If I ever have to fill a women's bracket, I'm just gonna pick UConn. I know they don't win it every year now. That's just how my brain works. So don't get
Speaking
that
of
World
that-
Series one, but I do condone
No.
you getting a D-backs one for sure.
maybe
Dude,
it's
get the one
just
with like the
against
snake and the
Yankees.
pinstripes on it. No, you gotta be a Diamondbacks guy now. It's very British. You can be like the people that go to the NFL Europe games and just are like, I just bought a jersey. I don't know who this is.
I just randomly picked one. It was a
Did you see
nice one.
the Jaguars guy that just dressed up like a Jaguar with face paint and everything? It was pretty great. But yeah, like a suit.
Love it.
It's very British. You should get like an alternate colored one. Just get the one that says D-backs. Oh, that's cool. Hurry up. It's almost gone, bro.
Is it one of those situations where it's like 55 people have bought this since you've been on this website? Oh my god!
Almost gone. It just says D-backs.
Oh, are you talking about the hoodie? The black dark grey hoodie?
Oh no, I'm just talking about the tee. Or the hat.
Ah, no, I did notice a dark grey hoodie that looked pretty sweet. It said D-backs.
Or, dude, you could really prove that you're American and get the USA one, where it's like the Diamondbacks logo and they have the flag in it. So then it's like, see, I'm an American. That's what I want you to get. That should be your personality. Just be Diamondbacks guy. Just be like, it's fashion. Kind of match your shirt you're wearing now. Basically, West Ham colored would go with a lot of your West Ham colored clothes if you got like the current colors they wear. Black one.
Wait, where are you looking at? Are you looking at the?
I mean, see, this is fun. This is fun here, isn't it, for everybody watching us? I mean, the
To be fair, it's probably more fun for
Diamondbacks-
people watching us because they could play along.
the 4th
But
of
if you're just
July
listening
one.
to like 3 days time on Spotify, you're like, what the fuck are they doing? I don't know. Oh, deal's ending at midnight. That's why. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you gotta make a move. That's why it's really I'm worried about you. I say you gotta make a move, dude.
Oh my god, is it $32 for an Arizona Diamondbacks leather belt?
How can you say
My
no?
life. Speaking of people connected, I love it when they on the radio they're always talking about, oh, you should with Chase Bank or whatever it is, the official banking partner of the New York Giants. It's like, why do they do that? Is there anyone out there? I guess there is because that's why they do it. But someone out there making their choices which bank to use based on this is the official bank of the New York Giants. I have to bank with them. I'm helping the team.
I always felt like that too, but then I thought about it and I was like, no, you know who they get? They get people either fuck, I just moved somewhere and I need to get a new bank. I mean, now like if you get like Chase or whatever, like okay, like you just kind of stay with that if you move. But like if you were just I got to get a new bank, like fuck, okay, I could go with this bank or this bank, and they're like the official banking partner of the Giants. Like I like it.
Yes. I just hedged my
do like-
bets.
I
I just
do
went Bank of America, so that way, no matter where I go, that's the local bank because it's American
Dude.
bank.
Yeah, it makes sense. And there's always ATMs around, but now I'm scared to go to ATMs because people get mugged at ATMs. Juggings,
Don't
you
get
know
me
what
started on
juggings are, Mike?
ATMs.
They got those up north. They got juggings. Up north.
Juggings?
That's what they call them
fuck
here
is a
down in the south.
Jugging.
So these miscreants, they'll watch people. They'll like park off, like either like across the street or like somewhere else in the bank parking lot, and just kind of wait for people to go in the bank, withdraw a bunch of money, wait for people to leave the ATM, and they just follow them and either break in their car or just jump them and then take them. Yeah, not really like a cool thing, but it's pretty fucked up because it'll be like old ladies will get like just beat the shit out of, and it's like, wow, dude, you did that for like her getting $100 out of the ATM.
Imagine they get the
Scumbags.
one guy who works at a restaurant and he's just got all these cash tips and he goes to the bank and deposits the cash. And so he leaves the bank with less cash than he went in with. And they're like, fuck, where's all the cash gone? Oh, I put it in the bank. Fuck.
Now you have negative cash.
Right? Because that's, yeah.
Well, fact, if somebody ever holds you at gunpoint, makes you use your ATM. If you type in the passcode backwards, it notifies the police.
Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, I've never tried it, but that's what they say.
What if your
But
your
then
PIN code
just do that, act like
1111?
you're nervous, and Maybe it doesn't work then.
Does it just alert the police every fucking time you're trying to take cash out?
Maybe they got I don't know. That's what I've heard. Just advice. Maybe try that and then I'm nervous, sorry, and then do it right. And then we have a lot of safety tips here on this show. Big safety podcast.
I don't know.
I'd rather be a safety
even
podcast
now,
than a New York Giants podcast right now, honestly.
Even now, I'm trying to think what my pin code would be backwards, and I'm struggling to work it out. Imagine if someone's got a gun to me, I'm like, I have no idea.
I was about to say mine, but I'm not going to say mine. I'm not going to say
Yes.
I was like, I'm like, no. Not that, I mean, you have my stuff, but I'm going to tell.
Not that you can get your card anytime soon, but there you go. Wait, what else are we talking about? Talking of other fun facts, the Liberty are in the WNBA finals. Go Liberty, but they're losing 1-0.
Go Libs.
Go Libs. Go Snowflakes. Woo! That's my team. So apparently they're playing against tomorrow, but they played in Vegas on Sunday. So, and they're playing in Vegas again tomorrow. And then they don't play again until Sunday. They're really stretching this out. Why is it so?
Right? It's just come on.
Like, get it over with. I don't. Oh, it's only best of 5 as well.
God,
oh, Jesus!
It's a best of 5. The finals.
Well, look what they've only got 5 listed here, and there's normally at least you get like, if it's not necessary, they have like TBA or something like that, or TBD or whatever bollocks. But no, they've only got 5 games here. So is it best of 5? That's horseshit.
I was gonna go buy a Liberty jersey, but not now. I won't even be here before Game 5. Fuck. What if they sweep 3? Dude, they could have a 3-game finals. That's bullshit.
It is bullshit. Why is that?
It is bullshit. They should make them have to play 5 games, even if it's over before 5 games. But you still gotta play them. I always thought that'd be really funny if they did that. If it was just like, you know what? Nope. TV rights, you still have to play these games. Like only in finals, I guess it would make sense, but it would be just.
That would be the most miserable
but they swept
games
them,
ever.
but then you still have 3 more games, and you just try to not tear your ACL the whole time. Like fuck it, like why are we gonna go out and play like that? It's like you could go 7-0, that'd be sick. But also, who cares?
It'd just be like 2 teams putting their 3rd string people out, and it'd just be a depressing.
And you could say all those guys get to play in a final.
That's true. And then they get a ring. Hey,
Or
maybe I'm not coming on board with this.
There you go.
What else we got to talk about? I guess because what are we gonna do? Because there's no West Ham next week because it's stupid international break again. God, like why? Like we don't get to watch West Ham because England have to play a friendly against Australia. No one gives a shit about that game. But there you go. So the Giants. Who the Giants?
Giants have the Bills. They're gonna lose, and it's not gonna be fun. It's gonna be on Sunday Night Football, so everybody's gonna watch it, and everybody's gonna make fun of us, and it's gonna be the worst.
Oh, it's prime time.
Yeah, dude, just quit putting us in prime time. Like, at least like noon games or 1 o'clock games your time. Like you have enough time to like just get over being sad a little bit.
I mean, you have to imagine though, this is gonna be the last time we're on prime time because they're definitely gonna flex the Packers game, surely.
I hope so.
Like,
we have Christmas
because the
Day
Packers.
the Eagles.
I mean, the Packers are 2. Oh yeah,
So
I guess
we're
that's
gonna be
technically.
like, we're happy. Christmas, yeah. Oh,
and then the Thanksgiving. We're playing on Thanksgiving.
No, are we? No, we're not.
When is Thanksgiving?
No. That's always on a Thursday. It's on a Thursday. We're not playing.
We are November 23rd.
No,
We're playing the Packers. 12:30 Eastern. Thanksgiving. So we get Christmas and Thanksgiving ruined. Awesome. Oh, don't give the thumbs up. Don't give the thumbs up. Breaks the camera. The Giants are the gift that keeps on shitting in your cereal. Anyway, let's who we got here. What was we gonna do? Is it true Murray is going to the Giants? I heard the Giants can get Cousins, Murray, or Fields. Like, just
no, they're not going to do that. Not going to do that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Just why do anything at this point? Just let it ride out.
We don't play the Packers on Thanksgiving.
It's November 23rd. Green Bay Pack. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck me. I'm looking at the fucking Green Bay. I clicked the wrong thing. I went from the because I was looking at the Packers Giants game in prime time, and then I clicked on the Packers. Anyway, so no, we're not playing on Thanksgiving. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Sorry. False alarm.
Just Christmas Day.
Just Christmas Day. And New Year's Eve.
Yay. Fuck.
Although it's New Year's Eve, like one.
Back to back weeks, you're like, fuck you.
Just ruin the holiday season.
Come on, guys.
Like, why can't we just get a Christmas buy or something? Jesus, what's the point? What's the point?
That'd be nice.
Because now it's like not even like I can. Because I'm never one to go, hey, let's tank it. Yay, we're losing. We're gonna get a good draft pick. One, I just can't. I can't cheer my team on to lose.
We're not
I can't
doing
be happy
that.
when my
We're
team
not
loses.
tanking.
I can't do that. But so even what's the point? Like, are we even going to get anyone good if we get the first overall pick?
We're not tanking. We're going to turn it around. We'll figure it out somehow. I don't know how. We'll just do it.
The one good. This is unless we don't know what the draft class is going to be like at this point. Far too early. But if we do get an early pick, maybe we could trade that for someone else's really good offensive lineman. We'll get to that bridge. Maybe. I think this is already. It's this. Should we do mock drafts? That'd be fun.
No, I don't want to get to mock draft season.
Anyway, let's talk about fun things. Because you've got a new episode of Past the Gravy coming out tomorrow. What have you got to talk about on that show? I'm just going to keep on talking until you pull up your list.
No, I've got it. I've got it ready to go. We're going to talk about Olympic sports. They're adding football, and America's going to dominate. So that's pretty cool. We're also going to talk about how a lot of people this week are going to have to make a tough decision to decide whether or not you want to go Ukraine flag still, or if you're changing it, the Israel flag. Because I've noticed there's some people that are changing now. I'm like, did you just give up on Ukraine? Like, what does that say about you? You know, it's like, we're going to discuss, like, are you a quitter? I had the guy a couple weeks ago that put up a Ukraine flag here. And I was like, I think you're top of the bandwagon now, buddy. This is too late. You can't just enjoy the cause now. But yeah, so that's our politics. That's our politics. We're also going to talk about how stupid mortgages are and how, like, it's just like learning another language. It's just like speaking what they wrote on the pyramid walls is pretty much what people send you. And then we're going to answer some questions and tell you guys what's not cool this week. What about you?
I'm assuming
on Waff Box.
I'm assuming from your opinion of mortgages, the house buying process isn't going as smoothly as you'd hope.
It's just a headaches thing. It's like, what the fuck, man? Okay, like, let me give you this percentage, and then we'll do this, and this is a point, which is 1% of the total house, but this is also this, and you could have an origination fee, which could also count as this, but it's not a point, but it's this. I'm like, what? Okay, and it's always them to both.
Oh, no,
it's everybody just telling you. Yeah, it's everybody just telling you it's a good deal. It's like, I mean, like, this is a lot. I wouldn't be able to do this. Like, then how'd you do it? You don't know me.
You know my rule. Yeah, don't tell me what to do.
I'll bitch about it tomorrow. What about Waffle Box? What we got going down?
Waffle Box, we've got a very animalistic themed show. We're talking about animals doing weird shit in weird situations. So we're talking about a dog breaking a Guinness World Record. We're talking about the bear that breaks into houses and steals White Claws. And then that gets onto another discussion about when you think of bears. I never even thought about what bears would drink alcoholically, but now I'm like, White Claws. So we kind of discuss what's a real alcohol drink that a bear should drink. And then we also sidewind into that the emotional support alligator. We give our opinions on that and talk about what will make a good emotional support animal. And then was you a big John Wick guy? Did you like the movies John Wick? Did you watch those?
Saw the first one. It was good.
Pretty tight. So on Peacock, there's a new mini series, The Continental, which is kind of like a prequel to John Wick. So we discussed that as well. Plus, we celebrate Cardi B's birthday tomorrow.
Nice.
With the middle of the show quiz, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, check that out at Wafflebox on the artist formerly known as Twitter. New episode coming out in around about 5 hours and 9 minutes from now. If you're watching us live, if you're on demand, it's probably there now. So go ahead and listen to that.
Go check it out.
As always, enjoy your Wednesday by listening to Wafflebox in the morning and then segueing into pasta gravy in the afternoon. It's a wonderful way to spend your hump day, if you ask me. Perfect. Yeah, so check that out at Pasta Gravy Pod, at Wafflebox or Wafflebox Pod on YouTube, because what you should do, as Alex always tells you to do, and you should listen to Uncle Alex, what you should do is like queue up the YouTube version and then queue up the podcast version and then hit play at the same time, and it's a great experience. It's like those those 4D movie theaters where it's just do that. Like have one device playing one podcast version, like on Spotify, and then have another device here with the Apple podcast thing, and then watching the YouTube. It's just all around you. It's amazing. And since if you are watching this on a Tuesday and you saw my reaction to the weird thumbs up thing that my camera does, you'll see my live instant reaction to how freaked out I was. That's a little fun thing as well. So check that out. Beautiful. So yeah, I think we've covered everything nicely. We'll be back next week. What should we talk about next week? Because I don't want to talk about the Giants, and West Ham are going to be, well, maybe the Giants surprise us. We'll see. Who knows? Anyway, until next week, don't forget.
Seahorses forever.
See you next Tuesday.
Let's go to Peyton. He's going to break down that touchdown.
Can't hear shit.
Never mind.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.